Hi there, and welcome to this Max Moment. So today is a crazy one. Okay, so let me start by sharing a true story that happened on April 11th, 1982 in Lawrenceville, Georgia. So have you heard about this story? Okay, so on what was a regular and ordinary Friday afternoon, a man named Tony Cavallo was out in his driveway fixing his 1964 Chevy Impala when suddenly the jacks that the car was standing on collapsed and he was knocked unconscious and consequently got pinned underneath the car. Well, his mother, Angela Cavallo, hearing the noise, came running to the front door to find her son trapped under the car fighting for his life. And in a split second, without any hesitation or thought, she ran up to the car and using what can only be considered as an act of superhuman strength, she reached down and literally lifted up the car by herself, allowing enough time for some neighbors to rush over and pull her son to safety. So can you believe that, right? A human lifting a car up by themselves. And there are so many more stories just like this, right? And if this sounds like a made-up story or something that you only see like in a Marvel movie or something, it's not, right? It's a true story and it's backed by research. Because you see, there's something that humans have been known to experience called hysterical strength. And basically, hysterical strength refers to a display of extreme human strength beyond what is believed to be normal. And it usually occurs when people perceive themselves to be in life or death situations, okay? Now, Paul Zer, who's a neuroscientist at the University of Victoria in British Columbia, who is an expert in maximal human physical performance, says that when it comes to this idea of hysterical strength, what we think are human limits are in fact just soft barriers. And the reason I'm telling this story is to help you see that, what you believe in your life to be limitations or impossible hurdles or things that you just can't seem to overcome, what they are is in fact things you absolutely have the power to overcome if you tap into your hysterical strength. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not asking you to lift up a 3,000 pound car. But what I am saying is just like our bodies can experience hysterical strength and make us do superhuman acts, your mind has the power to help you do superhuman things, reach superhuman goals, and have a superhuman impact in this world. But you have to know how to activate it. And this is how. You see, when it comes to making significant changes in our life, taking massive action, overcoming insurmountable odds and stepping up and achieving extraordinary things, it really only happens in two places. One is inspiration and the other is desperation. Okay? Things will happen in your life when you get inspired and compelled by a vision that you have, right? A purpose, a goal, something that really moves you, right? You lock in on it and it propels you toward it. That's inspiration. Things are also going to happen in your life when you get desperate enough, right? When you're sick and tired of the way things currently are, right? And you say, no more. Like, I'm not going to take another second of this, right? It has to change and it has to change now. That's desperation. But you know where most people live? Right in the middle. Not in inspiration and not in desperation, right? But rather in the middle when things are good, but not great, right? Things are just okay, right? That place where you know you want something more, but you're not willing to do what it takes to get it. So you just settle. You just settle for mediocrity. You settle for good, even though deep down you know that great is possible, right? And nothing happens in this place, which is why it's so important to push ourselves to the edges where we live either inspired by something that moves us into action, or we get so desperate that there is no other option but to take action, right? And that is exactly what happened in the story I shared, right? Angela Cavallo was desperate. She didn't just look at her son and say, I hope he's okay, right? No, desperation activated hysterical strength and she did something superhuman. And she picked up a car and in doing so, saved her son's life. Because you see, necessity is the single most important ingredient in the formula for greatness, right? So my question for you is, how long have you honestly been living in mediocrity, right? Not really inspired by anything, or in a place where things are not really that bad and you're not desperate enough to make a change, right? How long has that been happening? And how much longer are you going to live there till you realize you're in fact made to do something truly extraordinary? And the only way to achieve that is to get out of the trap of living in your comfort zone and activate that hysterical strength in your mind that is waiting for you to do something superhuman. Because let me tell you, after hearing about Angela Cavallo and all the other amazing stories of what is possible as humans, whatever you want in your life, I'm telling you right now, it's possible. So choose to make today a great day. And as always, choose to live life to the max. I'll see you next time.